So the idea of content marketing, where basically all companies are creating their own content to be interesting and to make sure they can get a following. It was, when we started covering it in 2007, it was brand new, nobody was doing it. Now everybody's doing it, and it is messy, and there's a lot of really horrible content out there. And I think you're seeing companies of all sizes really try to figure out processes, because it's even good content can't cut through the clutter anymore, because great is what's going to excel. You have to really create what I call epic content marketing. How do you do that? You have to have processes in place. You have to really focus on your customers' pain points, what's keeping them up at night, and frankly, you have to be better than the competition to do it. You have to integrate it with everything you're doing in marketing. So really what we see over the next, let's say, 6 to 12 months, because they can't look out any longer than that, is you're going to see processes really come to the head, and integration, where this is not just content marketing. Used to be, I call it back of the house type of marketing. You'd have a couple people at the back kind of doing their thing. Now what you're seeing is it's coming in, it's integrated into all of marketing. It's probably the most important thing we're seeing as being a central part of everything else we're doing in marketing. So if I'm a small business and entrepreneur, which I am actually, so I have quite a bit of experience with this, you don't have a choice today. If you want to be a growing business, you have to figure out what your core niche is, where that passion is, and how you can create a story behind it. I don't think you have any choice to doing that. So I think you just have to figure out what you're good at and what you're not good at. So if you're a small business owner, if you're not good at creating content, you have to work with people who are. There are plenty of wonderful copywriters, freelancers, storytellers, journalists that are out there that can help you, whether it's a video story or whether it's a textual story, whatever the case is. I think the most important thing is you have to find out what your mission statement is. And that basically means who you're trying to target, how can you engage them in such a way that's going to drive your business? And that story can't be about you. It has to be about them. And that's the biggest problem that entrepreneurs and small businesses have, because they want to talk about their own products, but that's not going to work in social. So I think that if you figure out what is that really compelling story you can tell, that's going to make your Twitter work, your Facebook work, your Pinterest, whatever those channels are. The story is central to everything you do in social. Don't figure out social until you understand the story that you're going to tell that's going to drive your business. If you're putting out bad content, please stop. I would stop doing everything. There's no need to do that. And actually, I would say it doesn't even have to be bad content. I call it mediocre content. It's purely a waste of time. Mediocre content is probably content that's not doing anything to move your business at all. So stop doing it. Figure out, you have to really start thinking, I've been saying this forever, but thinking like a publisher, thinking like a media company. Really, all small businesses and entrepreneurs have to start thinking that way. There are no barriers to entry to doing any kind of publishing on the web today. So you have all the opportunity in the world. The problem is most small businesses are really bad storytellers. So you've got to figure out how to tell that good, compelling story. And if you don't know how to do it, seek help. There are so many wonderful books and resources and help out there for you to try to figure this thing out. So I would just say stop doing all the bad content. There's no more room for that, and figure out how you're going to elevate the conversation with great storytelling. What I would call the new SEO, if you talk to a lot of people today, it's content that is shared by lots of people. Then that means you've got to have really good, compelling content, and that's it. Don't get me wrong, you can do all the, put all the tools to good search engine, keyword, URL optimization, all that stuff. But that's mandatory today. I don't think you have a choice in doing that. But what's going to separate you and get you on the first page of all your key terms that you're looking at is stories revolving around that people share. That's it. So I'd focus on, if you really want to be effective in SEO and target your keywords, focus on getting people to share those stories. Best way to find me, you can go to joepulizzi.com. I'm at Junt2Joe on Twitter, and the business site is contentmarketinginstitute.com, and the event site is contentmarketingworld.com.